Give me 8 minutes and I will teach you exactly how you can eliminate your wrist pain from your planche trainings forever. Because when we're talking about planche, I think every single beginner at the start of the first month, 2 months into his journey got the wrist pain in, any some sort of area in the wrist, and it just keep on happening every single time. But no one talks about how you can actually cure this pain quite easily. Because when we're talking about the planche, most of the time you have two common injuries. You have injury right here, or the ulnar side, and right here near your thumb, because basically both of these sides of the wrist are getting stretched too much or getting too much pressure on them while doing the planche, and when your body is not used to the planche, he just can't handle it. Okay, so basically we have two types of wrist pains when it comes to the planche. One near your thumb, and one which is the ulnar side of the wrist. Okay, and when we are talking about both of these type of pains, you need to understand that this shouldn't really happen. You can ask some of the pro athletes that didn't got injured in years, and they're saying to you that they just don't feel the wrist in planche, because most of the time the pain in the wrist is coming because you are too weak in the actual muscles involved in the planche. If you're too weak in your shoulders, you will have to lean too much in the planche and then just stretch this side of the wrist, or because you are actually leaning so much, you will get too much pressure on the thumb side of the wrist. So if your shoulders are not strong enough and you're doing a variation that is too hard for you, you might not get injured in your shoulder but actually in your wrist. The same can go if you're not strong enough in the bicep. If you're not strong enough in the bicep, sometimes your elbows will not be straight completely, and instead of the bicep and the elbow taking some of the pressure, the wrist will take some of the pressure, and this is just wrong. Now, these are the two main factors that's why you are actually having some wrist pain, but there is one which is very important, and it's the fact that you're not gripping the right way. Okay? And when I'm talking about gripping the right way, you have to understand that when we're talking about the planche, your wrist should get the least amount of pressure. Of course, that you're holding with your wrist the parallettes, the floor, the rings, whatever it is, but you have to make sure that your wrist is aligned with your parallettes. Okay? And the problem is that too much people are doing broken grip, which means that they are holding the parallel, but instead of holding it like that, they are holding it like this, and you're getting just so much pressure again on the thumb side of the wrist, and it's just hurting like crazy. You will not be able to progress between variations. You will not be able to progress to other skills, from the planche to the planche press to the planche push-up, just because you have that wrist pain. So having pain near your thumb or on the ulnar side of the wrist is most of the time coming from not being strong enough or not gripping the right way. So gripping the right way, we can just, in half a minute explain it to you. All you have to do is to make sure that your wrist is exactly above the parallel. Okay, so if I'm taking this as my parallel, it just has to be exactly like this, and if it's like that, it's just not the right grip, and if it's like this, it's a broken grip, and you can see that you get so much pressure on this side, and you will get pain on all of this area of the wrist. So once you finish your technique of the grip, and you actually manage to get the right technique on the grip, you need to understand that there are more into it, and this is because the pain is still coming from near your thumb or on the ulnar side of the wrist. When your grip is right, and the problem is that you're getting wrist pain because of, because you're not as strong enough for the planche yet, for any other variation that you're doing, you will have to strengthen your wrist while strengthening your planche. You will have to understand that you can't go with the pain in planche. You have to treat it while training for the planche, and that's why today I'm just going to show you with simple exercises how you can get your wrist stronger in your planche training quite easily. So right now I went into the gym just to give you the two best ways to actually get your wrist stronger and make sure that you're curing the pain on your wrist forever, whenever, on which side of the wrist. It doesn't really matter because you have all the exercises. Basically, all you have to do is to take the 4 movements of the wrist and make sure that you are overloading them with intensity. Okay, so as we've talked about, we have this motion, and then to the side and to the side. And basically all you need is some sort of resistance bands. You can put it anywhere. I will put it right here. And basically all you have to do is to make sure that you are doing resistance with these movements. So for example, to this side, okay, you can just use this. I used this exercise for a very long time at the start of my journey because I had a very big pain right here on the ulnar side. So I just worked on this exercise right here. You can also do it, for example, on the way up, okay? The exact same. You can also do it on the way down. And I can already feel the intensity. I can already feel this exercise burning in this kind of muscle. And the last exercise is just doing this motion, okay? So it's the other way around. I'm right here and I'm trying to resist the bends. The bends are trying to pull me to that direction. So each and every time I can use this exercise and I can use this exercise, okay? Basically, all of this will help you to cure your wrist pain. All you have to do is to make sure that you're doing high rep, which means at least 10 reps. Don't make it intense, too intense, because then it might be overloading yourself too much and you will not be able to do planche. But as you get stronger and the pain starts to get cured and eliminated, you can start and moving towards the lower rep range. Now, why I went into the gym is to show you that you can do the exact same exercises with the dumbbell. Okay, so I just took a light dumbbell and I can use this exercise, for example. I can use the other way around, which means that I can, for example, go up, okay, and I can do this kind of curl, okay, it's the other way around. And basically you can use the dumbbell exactly like you're using your band. And this is literally a cheat code, because all you have to do is to make sure that you're strengthening your wrist if they're hurting. Just like, for example, when you have a bicep tendonitis, you're trying to increase your strength in your bicep with certain movement. The same should go for your wrist when you have wrist pain in planche. Most of the time it's not really the bone, but the muscles and the ligaments and the tendons around it. So all you have to do is to make sure you're getting stronger while actually training, for the planche. And there is 100% certainty that if you're doing the things right, you will be able to cure it. Now, don't start too far. Start with 1 set a day, maybe 2 sets a day in a separate time with 20 plus reps just to pump blood into the muscle. And I know for sure that as you get stronger and as you're improving and doing it actually every single day, you will be able to eliminate this wrist pain forever. Now, the biggest problem is that some people don't understand that if you truly want to cure your wrist pain when it comes to your planche training, you have to train the planche right. This magic right here, which called the resistance bands that you can use to get your wrist stronger and thus your planche stronger, is not enough. And that's why if you truly want to learn the planche the right way, you will have to work with a coach. And that's why, if you're truly serious about your planche journey, I'm encouraging you to go to the link in the description and check if you can fit into my one-on-one coaching team, because I know that I can help you achieve better planche level. It's all about how serious you are to actually do it. Because even if you're curing your wrist pain and eliminating it from this video, it will still not be enough to get stronger and fast progress in the planche. So if you're ready for it, go for it. Thank you for this video. If this video was helpful for you, please subscribe to this channel so I can help you more, and comment me down below if you actually knew about this kind of exercises with the resistance bands. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.